lads and ladies, and welcome to this. Now today I am back for another video. Now, due to there being no football at the minute, there's going to be a lot of different content on my channel. Now today we are ranking football managers. Now we've done this in the past. For last season we've done best players, best fans, best away fans. So we're doing best managers now. The gaffers, head coaches. Now we're doing the best 10. Now there's a lot of good managers in this league. There's 23 gaffers. You've got your young managers who've come on for their first job. Experienced managers who've been around for the job a long time. Your journeyman managers. And we've ranked the top 10. Let's get into the video. So at number 10 is Kenny Jackett. Now, Kenny Jackett does come under criticism of the Pompey faithful. Now, Kenny Jackett, since he's been at Portsmouth, has got an over 50% win record. He's also guided them to Wembley twice, back-to-back in the League and Cup finals. And he's also got them to an established League One club again, obviously, after Paul Cook left after League Two. He's come in and done a quite good job. He got them to the playoffs last season. They did lose it in the semi-final, 1-0 on aggregate to Sunderland, but they've come back stronger this year and they currently sit 4th in the division, so it's always going to be a tight one for them. I think he is a good manager. He's had experience with Rotherham. He wasn't there for long though. Wolverhampton Wanderers. His point is his third season goes wrong and he doesn't play the best of football, so you can see where Portsmouth fans do come from. 9th, Darren Moore. Now, Darren Moore is a good manager. He's had spells at West Bromwich Albion. Did really well. I think he actually won at Old Trafford on his managerial debut. Nearly kept West Brom up. Unfortunately, didn't quite be. And then last season, he did lose 2 games on a spin and got the sack from West Brom. All their fans were devastated and surprised at the news. He was doing really well. They were still in the playoffs. He just jumped out of automatics, but they did go into the playoffs in the end, and they did lose. And Darren Moore wasn't in charge then. But he's come to Doncaster, a good League One club, established League One club, and they currently sit 9th in League One and only 5 or 6 points off the playoffs. So he's doing a really established job there. 8th, Darrin Ferguson. Now Darrin Ferguson does need no introduction. He's had 3 spells at Peterborough. Obviously the son of the legend Alex Ferguson. Obviously a very passionate manager, wants his team to succeed, as every manager does. But he's very good at getting his teams playing, and he's got good players there. The reason why he's not there, he's had a bit of an extra budget to the other managers, and I think they are underachieving this year. I think they should be top 2 with their squad. For me, I think they've got either the first or the second best squad in the league. You look, Ivan Toney, Moe Elsa, Dan Butler, Marcus Madsen at the start of the season, Sammy Smoddocks. They've got the quality there, and it's clear to see they should be doing a lot better. At 7th is a man that I love, Steve Evans. He's my type of manager. He gets his teams playing good football. They play a diamond 4-4-2, so a CDM, 2 central midfielders and an attacking midfielder behind the front 2. And he has got a big lad up front now. Obviously, Kindi played for Barnet, played for Lincoln, and he'll find them some goals. He loves the fans. He gets the fans riled up as well. And he's that type of manager. If you have him, you love. If you don't like him. Obviously, a lot of criticism at Peterborough, but he does a job. He goes in and does well at clubs, keeps them up mainly. Not always the best of managers to have, but he obviously did the double promotion at Crawley from the National League to League One. That's quite a big achievement for him. And he's got Gillingham playing good football, and they've nearly been in the playoffs this season, so they've overachieved, for my opinion, and he's done really well. So Steve Evans, you're 7th. 6th, John Coleman, a Scouser, another Scouser in this list. Very good manager. Good mates with Joey Barton at Fleetwood, obviously both being Scouse managers, managing teams on the Lancashire coast. John Coleman has been at Accrington Stanley for donkey's years. He's done such a good job there. He's one of the highest, longest spending managers in the 4 divisions with Accrington Stanley. He nearly got him up the first time. Unfortunately, they couldn't get up through the playoffs. Bristol Rovers picked them to it on the last day, and they did lose out in the semi-finals to AFC Wimbledon, and Wimbledon went to go and win that playoff bracket that year and came up. But the next season they did come up firing, automatic promotion. They did really well. They beat Luton away. I remember that. That was a chaotic day for them. Billy Key, obviously a legend there, unfortunately having to retire from football, scoring a goal that day and sending Accrington home with the 3 points. So he does do really well, and he's kept him in League One last season. He's probably going to do it yet again this season. He's a very good tactician, and he's very good at keeping his team in League One with a very, very low budget. Fifth, Gareth Ainsworth. Now, doesn't play the greatest of football, but it works. Against Thwack Fenmore, he holds 2 men off and he gets results. Last season, they were well above relegation zone. In the end, they did kind of 19th, 20th, but for me, they didn't deserve to go down. They're very well organised and hard to beat, and you won't see his side concede too many goals, and if they do, he will change it. Doing really well this season, just outside the playoffs, been in the playoffs for the majority of the season. I think this is the first time they've not been actually in the playoffs all season, so he's doing a really, really good job there, and Gareth Ainsworth deserves a place in this top 10. At fourth, Joey Barton. Now, you can call me biased, but what Joey Barton's done at Fleetwood has been terrific. Now, last season, I don't think we've ever lost 2 games in a row under Joey Barton. We've been quite consistent. Last season, it was kind of win, draw, lose, win, draw, win. That kind of thing, like we get a win 1 in 3 or 1 in 2.5 games, etc. But this season he's created a bond between the players, and if there's been a bad egg in the dressing room, he's got rid, and he's brought better players through, maybe not as good at football, but who want to get better and want to give everything for the team. He's not afraid to make decisions. Obviously there's things said about him, but he gets into other managers' heads and sometimes does their team talk for them, but he's learning a lot. And to be 5th in Sky Bet League One with Fleetwood, to have over a 32% win ratio now after an awful, about 35-36% win record at Fleetwood after not so great first season, but he's been much improved now. We score a lot more goals than the football we play. He's absolutely brilliant, and you'll see it, and I'm so happy that he's starting to get there in his managerial career. And for me, if he calms himself down, he can definitely go and manage at the top. I'm just hoping he can do something with Fleetwood just first. Third. Now, this top 3 I was very, very torn on. There's a lot of good managers, but I've gone for Paul Warne. Now, Paul Warne loves his players. He gets his players very fit. He used to be a fitness coach, and obviously I've told you the story about Matt Smith. He got a green tea and he signed him just on that drink. Obviously a very good player as well. Gets his players organised, hard to beat, and they weren't the greatest in the first half of the season. And since Christmas, they've gone on an unbelievable run after beating Peterborough and Blackpool at home round New Year time. That started that run, and they're currently 2nd in League One. Got a great bunch of players. Obviously took over a bad bunch when you're in the Championship, came down, went straight back up, came down last season but with a better fight, and were unlucky in the end, and looks like they're on their way to another promotion this year. Second, Carl Robinson. Now, Carl Robinson has been a manager I've always respected. He did well with the MK Dons. Not so great with Charlton, but at Oxford he's thriving. He scored goals. They take the game to teams like against City. They should have won in the cup. They nearly beat Newcastle at home this season. They were very, very unlucky. They went to a draw in Newcastle and took him back to a replay. They're good against the better teams. We beat them 2-1, but that was before this unbelievable run. They beat West Ham. They play so good football, and I'll tell you something, if Joey Barton left, Carl Robinson would be the first manager I'd want, but I think he's a Championship manager at the worst. Oxford are a good club as well, and he'll do really, really well. First, it's got to be Mark Robbins. Now, Mark Robbins is a fantastic football manager. He gets his teams playing good football. Now, Coventry, they're away from their own ground. They've not got the best of squads in this division. They've had to loan players, get them on frees, and it's not hard playing out. It's hard playing out your team's county, out your own ground, to play at Birmingham, and they've done really, really well at home. They've only lost a couple of games this season. They've lost 3 in total. They lost 1 to Tranmere Rovers at the start of the season, but since then they've been unbelievable. Hard to beat. If they don't lose, they draw. If they don't draw, they win. So it's just that mentality they've got, and it's always good. It's always good to have as a football manager that. And they've got a team spirit which is created, and it looks like he's going up easily as promotion. And not automatic promotion, but winning the league. And I think if he carries on, 100 points could definitely be in sight. Very good football manager, very good tactician, and I'm just hoping they can get it over the line. So yeah, that is my top 10. Do you agree on them? Let me know in the comments down below. The Football Blogging Awards have also opened, so if you could vote for us, that would be massively appreciated. Who would be your top 10? Does your manager deserve to be in my top 10? Let me know. Who have I missed? I know obviously Nigel Clough is an option, done very well at Burton Albion, and Barry Murphy, who's kept Rochdale up last season. Let me know in the comments down below. Please subscribe if you're new. We're on the road to 5k, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.